The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Guys, welcome back to Probably a Podcast. We have a very fun episode today. We have two of my favorite people. My favorite part about them is not only that they're talented, beautiful, stunning, they're comedians, okay? So it makes a lot of sense to have them on my podcast because we're friends, we're girlies, we're swirlies. We started out in a professional capacity. That didn't last. I don't know if they actually think they're as good of friends with me as I think I'm with them, but I think we're best friends.
It's always funny whenever I shoot with like brides, there's like a moment where you decide, how intense are we going to be? Are we going to be ourselves, or am I like showing up business professional?
Or am I showing up in my all black with my camera strapped on? This is Rachel and Larissa. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
This is just going to be a great one, guys. I truly love being around you at all times. If you don't follow, I usually do this at the end of the podcast, but what are y'all's Instagrams? Because y'all are such great follows.
You go for it.
Mine is Bushwhacked.
And then I'm Larissa R. Santos.
Larissa R. Santos.
You can find Bushwhack and then she's all over
honestly,
it.
her Instagram is a love story for me.
It's a shrine.
A little bit. So
And we love.
You'll find me there.
And we love. Why? Let's start out strong. We'll get into photography. We'll get into your love story. We'll get into all of the things, just funny and whatever. But actually, what size shoe? Do either of you wear a size 9.5?
Girl, I wear
You're like
10.
a 10, 10 and a half. I wear 8.5.
Never mind.
You're trying to give me something?
I was just staring at some shoes I have to give away that are some nice dunks. And I thought, what better time now than to ask?
You should see her closet. We have a whole room dedicated to her shoes.
Are you a sneakerhead?
I used to be. I'm more on my Grace Kelly vibes right now. Where
Oh.
I'm like super chic and stepping away from that, like super feminine. So I have sold a few of my shoes,
Okay.
but I do have some that I will keep.
But the
probably.
passion remains.
Oh, I mean, always.
We honestly need to go through them. I mean, there's probably thousands of dollars.
I probably sold a good shoe for like $2,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I'm always telling James these things are investments, babe. But I love selling my shit. Like, I love to purge. Sometimes I purge too hard and then I have regrets. I'm like, oh, I got too lost in the sauce there. But like when you start making money and your Venmo's like, cha-ching, cha-ching, I'm like, what else can I sell? These drapes, fuck them. Like, I don't need them. Get rid of it. Get rid of them. This couch, who
I
wants
hold
it?
on to stuff forever. That's my toxic trait.
Oh.
But it always like comes back to me in a way I need.
In
I'll
what
have
way?
like a pilgrim gown that I like found some random place and I'll just keep in my closet. And she's like, Rach, you do not wear that. And then like Halloween will come around. I'm like,
Oh, I see what you mean.
but I need my pilgrim gown.
You know, I used to be like that. I thought you mean you would get rid of it and then it would find its way back to you. I'm like, well, you got to keep those.
No, I
Like, how does the pilgrim gown come back?
That's a curse.
Yeah,
You need to figure that out.
it's a hex. I used to be like that, and I still am. Did I not just talk about this on a previous podcast? Yes, we talked about this because she has a costume closet. Courtney, she has a costume trunk that she keeps with just like different paraphernalia of like she had a George Washington costume. She's like, if you can believe it, I already had this. I was like, that's fucking crazy for our 4th of July episode. But I used to keep certain things where I'd be like, you know what though, the way I will need this to be a witch, like I'll just wear this.
100%. And it always happens. Like
I'm the opposite.
People will message us. We'll have friends who are like, do you guys by chance have like a pirate shirt? And I'm like, I do.
Yeah,
I do have a pirate shirt.
In your line of work, it actually might be nice. Do you ever find yourself pulling things, being like, I have something that would work for this shot? Or are you like, bring your own shit, bitch?
Well, I think when I used to do more my own Instagram stuff, because I used to do that for a living. So I would do like, started with nude photography and then I would do Instagram for work.
Right.
And then like eventually branched into weddings. So I had like a whole closet just filled with like things from photo shoots of me where I was
still
modeling.
does.
Right.
We 100% still have all that.
Still do.
I still
We have
all of
4
it.
closets in our house, and 4 of them are filled with your stuff, and we have a shared one.
It's hard when you have space. Like, you guys just bought a gorgeous house, and then when we got this house and it was just the two of us, I was like, we don't need all this space, but it's nice to have. And then I told James we need to be really careful that we don't just like fill up all the closets because we have the closets, because it's easy to do, because you're like, we have so much storage, and it's like, but you don't need to fill up all the storage.
It sounds like my life currently, because I am not attached to anything. Like, I can buy something today and get rid of it tomorrow.
No, in a toxic way, Shannon.
No, it's
I'm like, that sounds kind of crazy.
When we first met and I moved into her house, she would run through bath mats like it was fucking toilet paper.
Bath mats.
She would just
What
be
am
like,
I
oh, this
supposed
one's
to do?
dirty, throw it away. I'm like, how about vacuum it maybe? Or let's clean it.
No, wait, that's a bit of me there.
No, she would literally trash anything. Or I would find like clothes in the trash can and like open the trash to throw something away. I'm like, why is there a
exposing the fuck
sweater
out of
in
me.
here? I'm like, what about Goodwill?
I threw away some of the sweaters that an ex gave me, or some sweaters that
Somebody
were
would love that
yours.
at Goodwill.
I know. Now I know the Goodwill like world. I didn't know that.
I'm
before.
cracking up. She's like, not you fucking exposing me. What do you?
Yeah,
What
you
else do you do, Larissa? Litter?
Girl, you don't want to know what I do in my alone time.
Where did Bushwhack come from? That's what I meant
So
to say.
my maiden name is Bush, Rachel Bush.
Oh yeah.
And so then when I was in, I guess, high school, it was like me and my little sister were obsessed with YouTube. We grew up watching
Yes.
all the YouTube channels. And at one point I was like, we need to start our own brand. And I'll be Bushwhack.
By the way, you being in high school and saying we need to start our own brand. Like, I'm obsessed with you.
I was like, we have
How
to
old is
have
your
our
sister?
own brand. She's 4 years younger than me.
She's in middle
So she's in middle school, like, yeah, obviously we need to have our own brand.
No, literally. And I made her change her Instagram name to Baby Bushwhacked, and mine was Bushwhacked. And then I was like, and we're going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to start us like a page, and we're going to be, you know, like we're going to do the
Iconic.
damn thing. Because I've just been chronically online since like online began.
Yeah, the day that I found out, and it must happen to you all the time, maybe it doesn't, but I knew you through your photography work, right? And I always tell people this story. I'm always like, I'm so lucky because my incredible photographer, I say my, like I literally like have you on retainer. Like, I don't shoot with anyone else. I found you on Instagram probably of sorts, and then Anna Grace was like, I was going through like trying to find a wedding photographer. She was like, this one would be so perfect, she's so your vibe, she's so perfect for you. And I was like, oh my god, I've seen her work before. Anyways, fast forward, we had already done we definitely had met. I remember being like, I've got to hire her no matter what she costs. I need her. I'm willing to splurge for this part of my wedding. She's just so iconic. And then when I reached out, you were like, I'm available that day for your wedding. And you're like, if you want to meet for coffee so we can like discuss vibes, whatever. And I was like, oh, sorry, I live in Nashville. I was like, because I assumed you lived in LA, New York, somewhere like really like, you know, creative. And I was like, oh, I live in like Nashville. You're like, yes, same. I live in Franklin. I figured that's why you reached out. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You live here? So it's just this gorgeous blessing that you're right here. Come on the pod, do whatever. But anyways, fast forward to one day, I'm like looking at something hilarious on either TikTok or YouTube, and I see it's Baby Bushwhack. It's your little sister. And I'm like, that is hilarious. And then I click on her page, look at some more, and I'm like, why is Rachel in her stuff? And I'm like, that's her Baby Bushwhack. I like put it together, and I was like, wait, that's your sister?
Yep.
Does that happen to you, or no? Or did everyone always associate you guys together?
There was like a period, I guess, where it branched apart, because whenever I started, my page that I would post on was oxytocin. That was like where I did all my like nude
photography
pics.
and stuff.
Started with like the portraits and the artsy, you know, like that kind of stuff. And then at some point, whenever I created Bushwhacked and I had her on Baby Bushwhacked, we started a YouTube channel together and we would post on Bushwhacked. And then after like a couple episodes, I was like, this isn't really my thing. Like, it's a lot to keep up with the video editing and whatever. And then Brooke started posting vlogs at the same time on her own channel. And then it almost like immediately went viral. She had like one little video that she did where she like stole my makeup bag and like did her makeup, and it was like terrible. And it just like popped off. And then from there, she was super consistent and posted, I think, every week or every other week for like her whole life till now.
Wow.
So she so she like blew up.
Guys, I have officially reached, and I don't know when it happened, but I just started looking at my hair the other day being like, oh my God, it's like long. Like, that's a girl with long hair. And I credit not just the length, but also just the strength of my hair and this hair journey to Nutrafol. I love Nutrafol. I will always sing about it from the rooftops because I wanted to go on this natural hair journey, and I wanted my hair to grow long, but I also just wanted to keep it strong. And that visible thickness is what you get when you use Nutrafol consistently. Now, I was using the women's formula before I got pregnant. I have gone ahead and got some postpartum formula. They have they have so many. They have like women's balance postpartum, women's vegan, women, like so many different options. But I got the postpartum, which I've actually given as gifts to a lot of my friends who are mamas that have had their babies. I think it's a great gift. I think it's a great gift for yourself as well, because there is a lot of hair thinning and hair shedding that just comes along with postpartum. So Nutrafol is there. They got your back. It's just amazing because Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand. It's trusted by over 1.5 million people. I'm one of them. Anything truly worthwhile, it's going to take time and effort, you guys. And here's the thing. Like I said, with Nutrafol, I can see thicker, stronger, and faster growing hair and less shedding, but you have to stay consistent. I'm not going to get here and lie to you. I saw results after about 6 months. Some people see it within 3 to 6 months is that sweet spot, but you just have to be consistent with it. And it's worth it. Like, yeah, you might be thinking 6 months, what? But like, imagine just having the most gorgeous hair of your life. 6 months is nothing, okay? And everyone's root cause of hair thinning is different. So a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth is just not going to cut it. And that is why Nutrafol has all those different formulas I mentioned. It's just amazing. And adding Nutrafol into your daily routine is simple, okay? Purchase online, no prescription required, automated deliveries, free shipping, keep you on track. And with the Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20%, okay? Which is just amazing. So this summer, stop worrying about your hair and start making some memories. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering my listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code PROBABLY. So find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code PROBABLY. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code PROBABLY.
And then it was kind of like in the same hand that my photography had gotten like big in like the portrait world. And then I say big, I'm talking like a micro, like at the time it was like 10K.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
when I was like in high school or fresh out of high school. And then, and being in Kentucky, that was like
huge.
I made it,
of
you
course,
know, like I've done it. And then at some point,
hang it up.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Retired.
And at some point, Brooke kind of like continued to grow. And then for a while, there was like people that would recognize me from her stuff.
Okay.
And then my photography continued to grow to where now people recognize me more so for my work and less that.
I remember the shift. I remember watching people would come up to us and says, are you, because I remember the first time that happened was like week 1 into us dating. And we went to a Harry Styles concert. And mind you, I own a wax studio in Nashville, right?
I know, I cannot wait to get to this.
So someone goes, Larissa. And I'm thinking, hey, girl, because I'm going to always say hi.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's up?
Of course. I always got to say hello to someone that's seen my clitoris.
Always. And I'm like, I'm thinking she's a client. I waxed her. And she goes, are you Rachel's girlfriend? And I go, yes. I thought I was so weird. I'm like, yes. She goes,
that must be weird the first time.
So weird. And I'm like, she goes, can I get a picture with you? And I said, girl, no, I'll take you to Rachel. Like, let's go. Because I'm like, I got 500 followers on Instagram. What do you want?
Wait, by the way, Larissa is so fucking serious. Girl, no, I'll take you to Rachel.
Yeah, I literally said, girl, you can follow me and we'll go a couple steps down and you can take a picture with Rachel. And I took the photo for her and I said, what the fuck was that about? And then she's like, well, that happens sometimes. But I remember when you started to get noticed for like photos and weddings and you're like, oh, that girl said she found me on TikTok. How crazy.
No, that is such a pivotal and cool moment.
It was so weird.
Did you not love it because you were being recognized for like something that you're so passionate about and like art?
Yeah, and I guess I didn't realize that I desired that until I guess it happened the first time and I was like, oh, cool. Like all of this like really hard work I've put in for my entire life. Like that's cool to be recognized for that. And, you know, to just be like, oh, this like, that's crazy. This organic shift of like recognizing me for that. And I would always think, oh, if someone brought that up, then they already knew or followed Brooke. And then they were just kind of like tacking that on. But then it became a point where they were like, oh, I didn't realize your sister does like YouTube or whatever. And I was like, oh, wow, that's weird.
No, it's such a good feeling. I love to make things about me. So just a quick pivot. I remember the first time I was on Broadway and it was obviously when I went on that reality TV show, Very Cavallari. And that was, of course, the springboard to everyone following me on Instagram, etc. I had like kind of like what you're talking about me. I'm like, I had a following on Instagram, but of course it was like 50,000 followers. Enough though that when I did the TV show, the producers were like, how'd you get all these followers? And I was like, organically, bitch. I don't know. People think I'm funny.
I'm just hot. Did you not notice?
I like it. I think I was on some fucking Chive article actually. Fuck. My mom was like, this is a pornography site. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just for a bunch of horny dudes. Anyways, I remember the show blew me up. And so of course everyone would always be like, from the show, of course. And then the first time I was on Broadway and someone came up to me, I was with Taylor, my best friend, and she was like, holy shit. Because someone goes, Shannon, oh my God, I literally love your podcast. And I was like, wait, you listen to the podcast? And she was like, yeah, oh my God, no, I love the podcast. And of course, that's like kind of now what gets shifted. No one really comes up to me and says, people still reference it, of course, all the time, but it's such a cooler feeling. And Taylor was like, whoa, you have like something else going on. And I was like, whoa, like it was such a cool.
Like I made it. Like, oh, I'm finally out of that chapter into this new
chapter. And it's not that I'm like, I couldn't stand when people brought up Very Cavallari. Like I loved that. I was still on TV and it was such a fun thing. I'm sure just how you felt, like you loved being brought up with your sister and then the YouTube of it all and everything you did. But it's that tiny little like, oh, it's a different chapter of your life. Like you said, it's just fun.
Yeah, it was very motivating. I was like, oh, sweet. I have like my own stamp.
It's hilarious because when we also met, she hated doing weddings.
Oh, I like despised
You're
it.
kidding.
Well, because my mom owns a wedding venue.
That's how you get you right.
Like got started.
Exactly.
So whenever I was like 13 years old, she started making me go to work with her. Right. And she'd be like, here, hold my camera. And I was like, started out as like a little assistant. And
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Literally, that was me.
Grandma.
Like, I don't want to be here. And then she started making me shoot. I was like her second shooter. And I'm like, girl, because
just like,
she's that cheap.
This story sounds familiar.
Yeah,
No,
like, I know
literally.
a thing or two about that actually.
Literally. And my mom's like,
fucking play about us.
Such a cheapo that she's like, I'm like gonna bring you with me. Girl, no, because our money is our money.
Yeah, but I don't get
this
paid.
money was just her money.
Wait, and by the way, I didn't mean to create a marital rift here.
No.
You guys, it's really incredible. I remember the first time you were like, and I have a second shooter. And I was like, oh, convenient. It's your wife. That's interesting. And then I was like, wait, this girl's fucking fuego. Like, she's so good.
I love it.
I know she's as like shockingly good, but I saw her
Shockingly.
work. No, literally, she had never picked up a camera before.
Should I leave the room?
No, I swear to God, I got her pictures back after the first time she did, and I like was joking, like gave her like a film camera. I was like, just like shoot with me, because she was there anyways. And I got the pictures back, and I was like, holy shit!
And it was her biggest wedding at the time.
Yeah, I was like, these are really good.
Wait, I love that.
I was terrified because this was the biggest wedding. And she's like, just have fun. You're the third shooter. Like, she didn't even hire a third shooter. She's like, you're going to be there anyways.
Yeah, you're there anyways.
Get some photos in the film. And I'm like, I got it. And mind you, we're like a year before we get married. Mm-hmm. And so she has all these things at her wedding. And I'm getting the information from the vendor so I can get it for our wedding. That's how committed I am.
Oh, my God.
And I have no idea. She's texting me, where are you? The bride's about to walk down the aisle. And I'm in the photo booth getting a photo for her. Thinking like,
I was going to kill her. Literally, I was like, I am all caps. I'm going to kill you. Where are you?
Now I know better, but like that was like my first wedding. And so I remember knowing I fucked up. I'm now going to eat it down, bitch. I'm going to take every single photo I can and kill it.
Yeah.
And so when she got them back and said, oh, these were incredible. I said, bitch, I told you.
Don't worry about me in the photo booth, baby.
Mad at me in the photo booth. And she came back like so innocent. Like, look at my little photo booth strip. I was like, I'm going to throw that away.
I'm literally going to burn that in front of your face.
I'll kill you. Because I was in the middle of the aisle, like turning back and forth, like trying to get both angles. And then she shows up in the middle of it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to kill you.
That was my mistake.
And that's and I'll wear that. What I want to talk to you about how you got into what you do, Larissa. But first of all, I want to know, like pivoting off of that, what is working together like? Like, what's the best part about it? And because you guys work in a high stress environment together.
Very. Honestly, I feel like we've really gotten used to it now. It definitely went through I feel like there was a couple of weddings that were like kind of test trials where I would have to be like, hey, this is the way you do that. This is what you don't do.
Right.
Like there would be moments where she would do something because she's very stubborn and very hardworking. So it was like she would be like going to town trying to do what she thought was best and be like, hey, like you can't do that at weddings. Like there's like a certain etiquette. And like she'd be like, no, it's fine. And then she would like learn the hard way and be like, oh yeah. And I'm like, yeah,
you're Brazilian, you can do whatever you want.
I know.
Yeah.
Honestly,
She's
I'm
hot.
a Latino woman. Like, tell me no. Please tell me no, because
No,
I'll do it again.
No, but
and again.
Guys, don't be like me. If you are renting, which literally I rented for I think 10 years of my life, and you are not using Built Rewards, what are you doing? What are you doing? I have a mortgage now, and I wish so badly I was renting again so that I could use Built Rewards because it is just such an amazing concept. Like, it's the coolest thing ever. You're about to thank me. You're about to be like, oh my gosh, how did I not know about this sooner? It is something that you need to be taking advantage of, okay? Because summer's right around the corner, and I'm already planning my next getaway, right? And I love using points for travel, and I'm always looking for ways to earn more. But here's a life hack. If you're going to pay your rent with Built to earn flexible, transferable points and unlock exclusive benefits along the way, you're the smartest person to exist, okay? So let me break this down for you. There is no cost to join, okay? So just by paying rent, you're going to unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels, airlines, a future rent payment. That's right, a future rent payment. And maybe even your next Lyft ride and so much more. So when you pay your rent through Built, you unlock two powerful benefits. First, you're going to earn one of the industry's most valuable points on rent. every month. No matter where you live or who your landlord is, your rent now works for you. You also don't have to get like approval to use Built through your landlord. You can just start using it. It's not a thing you have to ask permission for. So second, you're going to gain access to exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. Built's neighborhood benefits are things like extra points on dining out, complimentary post-workout shakes, free mats, towels at your favorite fitness studios, and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So when you're ready to travel, those Built points can be converted to your favorite miles, hotel points all around the world, meaning that your rent can literally take you places. So like I said, if you are not earning points on rent, my question is, what are you waiting for? My brother just got his first apartment. He's so excited. I said, you need to start paying your rent through Built immediately. I'm the best big sister ever. I give the best advice, and Built Rewards is that girl, okay? So start paying your rent through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/probably. That's JOINBILT.com/probably. Make sure to use my URL so that they know that I sent you. That is joinbuilt.com/probably to join Built and sign up for Built today.
I remember the clear as day, the first time that I was like, okay, she got it. She figured it out. We were shooting a wedding in like a Catholic church, and it was dead silent. And there's a whole set of rules for like a Catholic church versus just
I've been to a Catholic wedding and like
2 hours long, Hope.
Absolutely no shade to the community. That's a long wedding. They make you work for them nuptials.
But not only
and you
that.
up and you down. My coccydynia now could never.
No,
my tailbone could never.
Long.
No, but it's not only that. It's like there's the pastors are like, or what do they call priests? They're like more strict on like you can't walk past a certain point. You can't do this. Like,
okay,
can't
you
use
guys.
flash. Can't. Yeah, there's all these rules. And this one was like a little more laid back. But we walked in and she had the film camera. And I remember because film cameras are loud. They don't shoot silent.
They are. You're right.
And so I told her, I was like, hey, like, remember, don't stand up when everyone else is standing up. If you're in the middle of the aisle, you have to always be squatted down. Don't block anyone's view. You know,
rules, I'd say.
I mean, yeah.
There's a lot to remember.
many.
Yeah. And I'm like, try to blend in, whatever. And in the middle of the ceremony, she's like, I'm going to get a film pic of the thing with like the flash on. And I was like, don't do that. And I'm like a pew behind her. And I was like,
I want to know that she's telling this.
No, literally, I was like, no, for real, no. And she's like, no, it's fine. It's going to be so good. And then I see her up there and she's like holding the camera up and she's like, I mean, just the loudest. Everyone, the bride, the groom, everyone turned and looked at her. And I was like,
The priest stopped saying what he was
God,
saying.
no.
And I look back, I'm like, who was that?
Who did that?
who did that?
The shudder heard around the world.
No, literally. And we left and she was like, oh, so I see. And I was like, yeah.
Oh, God.
So you allowed
do
me
that.
to learn because with all the rules in photography, I'm the type of person that I'm like, oh, the rules are there to be broken. Like I will find my way.
This is art. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
with photography, I realized like, oh, you can't do that. But then also with eager to like be good at something, you still have like a certain love that you might have lost because you've been doing it for so many years.
100%.
And so there was moments that I could tell she didn't want me to do it because she wasn't sure if it was going to be good. But you also allowed the trust in me to be like, okay, let's see how far you can do that, without overstepping boundaries.
It must be hard with the art of photography being such a creative thing where you're like, trust me. Like, first of all, literally, if she told me to shit in my hands and clap, I'd be like, this is going to be art. Okay, this is going to be good. It's going to be beautiful. This is going to go viral. People are going to be pinning this for years. But I imagine it's hard because you have such a creative eye. Obviously, you do too. And it's like you want to push the boundary and do something that's not been done before. Because like at the end of the day, what photo hasn't been done before,
Exactly.
But with weddings, you have that element of etiquette. You have that element of like, at the end of the day, the bride gets what the bride wants. So if she's like, I don't want that, which is, I have a feeling you, for the most part, listen, I'm sure you take the paycheck where you get the paycheck, but people that seek you out and like love your work and love your art. And so they're okay with you being like, I have this crazy idea, stand on two chairs, holding a cherry, dangling over a cake or something. Like, actually, have you done that before?
I think I have.
I think you
a girl ate a cherry off a cake.
Did that just come to me, or have I seen you do that? Because I'm like, that's a fire idea. No, it's like that. It's like that delicate push and pull, tug of war of the wedding photography. Of it all.
And there's such a like dance with it, and I think that's actually something that I'm so grateful my parents, like the way that they're so different, because my mom is like parks in the fire lane, handicap, doesn't care, like literally she's the worst. Like
most hillbilly you
I mean
can
just
think
the hillbilliest. Like there's no rules that apply to
if
her.
my flashes are on, I can park anywhere that my heart desires.
Same.
No, she has a freaking trailer.
Yep.
So she thinks the trailer means, oh yeah, I'm part of the law.
Swear to God.
The trailer means you can't.
No,
park
literally,
anywhere.
she'll park.
You know?
She parks in just the middle of the road and like leaves her car, and we're
I'm
like
cracking
at
up.
lunch. I'm like, girl, what is
I'm
happening?
cracking up.
People are pulling around your car, and she's like, it's fine. Like nothing, no rules apply to her. And then my dad is like, would have a meltdown if I did not follow every single rule to the T about everything.
He's a doctor, right?
Yes, a doctor.
So their
massive OCD.
brains are so opposite.
Yes. And so I feel like it taught me this like very good balance of being creative when it calls for it, but also like following the rules that are necessary.
Yeah.
So I feel like it gave me like a good, strong ability to exist in those high pressure like spaces where you're like, okay, I'm gonna, take it there, but I'm also gonna like be respectful of not too far.
You do such a good job at it. I mean,
Thank
not
you.
that my group of friends and family were not exactly the most straight-laced of folks, but
I
like,
love them. They were so fun.
It was so
Especially your
fun.
mom, her and I.
oh my God, Sharon
Obsessed
K
with her.
was
Sharon K.
obsessed with Larissa. I forgot about that.
I love
She
her.
was. You guys were kikiing.
I mean, I picked her up on the dance floor, girl. We had a moment.
Not the dirty dancing of it all.
Sorry,
You
Mom.
really did. I forgot about it. You twirled her around.
My mom still like scathingly tells my dad that he like made her leave the wedding too soon, which by the way was like 1:30 in the morning. Literally fuck Europeans. Like how Brazilians stay out even later, I feel like, don't
Yeah.
they?
No,
We
girl,
don't-
they party till you're
Like
like,
my sister
dying.
will go all night. 5 a.m. She's getting home. It's
That's
crazy.
I was like, how do I Irish exit my own wedding?
No,
I've
for
got
real.
to get out of here. Like
100%.
I go to weddings and they end at 11 o'clock with like a bloop, little send off, and I'm like, bye guys. They were like still bumping, and I remember at one point I looked at James and he was just having the time of his life, and I had already had the time of my life. Like
I'm done.
The time of my life had come. It was there. I had it. I knew it. And I knew its ending, period. And I was like, time of death. I got to call it. But I was just looking at him. He never gets to see his friends. And I talked about this in my wedding podcast. I was just like, I'm not pulling this man away from this. So I was like, babe, I'm going to go up to, because it was, we were staying right above the cave. I was like, I'm going to go up, get undressed, take my makeup off and stuff. And with Taylor, you stay here with your friends. He, of course, was like, no, don't be crazy. And I was like, you guys are having the time of your life. Stay. I'm right below. It's okay. And then his mom was like, you cannot leave her. And we didn't have, this, we didn't have a getaway moment. We didn't have we get in the car. We didn't have a send-off moment is what it's called.
right.
Everyone was just kind of trickling out as they were too drunk and they were just leaving. That was just like the end of our wedding, which was beautiful to me. Sharon K, she still says, she maintains that my dad made her leave way too early. He's like, Sharon K, we got to get your mom back. Your mom's, my girl would hate this. Your mom's 80 years old. We got to get her back. And my mom was like, I'm not leaving. She was with James. I was like, you guys have so much fun. I got to fucking go.
That is
me
hilarious.
To a T.
That's
I
me
tell
at y'all's
her-
birthday parties. They have these Brazilian birthday parties. I have to go in the bathroom and sit in the dark. I swear to God. I swear. I mean, music is bumping. The kids are lit. And I'll just go in the bathroom and like turn the lights off for a second, just pee in the dark.
And I know my parents were like, "Oh, where's Rachel?" It's like been 20 minutes. I'm like, "She's in the bathroom, girl."
She just girl.
She's American. Let her give her space.
I swear to
Give
God.
her her moment.
Give her, she got a cutoff time. They're used to just going to bed. Okay, talk to me about when you moved here. You're Brazilian. Your whole family's Brazilian.
So I moved to
Give me your
Nashville.
story.
Moved to Nashville. Well, it all started when
Let me take you back.
Let me take you back to 1994.
This episode of a Probably a Podcast is brought to you by Huggies Little Snugglers. Now, Huggies is just that brand. They're iconic and they are the only leading brand with an all-around blowout protection for sizes 1 and 2. Now, all my parents out there, okay, I'm not one yet. We still got the sweet little baby Daisy in utero, but I know I have goddaughters and I know that there is nothing worse than a blowout, okay? And the thing about blowouts, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, they're always going to happen when you don't want them to. Yep, you're going to be at the mall, okay? You're going to be, running into your ex-boyfriend at the grocery store, your baby's going to have a blowout. These are the times blowouts happen. So you need to ease your blowout anxiety, okay? Because you truly just never know when it's going to happen, okay? So you should not have to live your life worrying about how you're going to deal with the next inevitable blowout. Ease your blowout anxiety by switching to Huggies Little Snugglers because you want a diaper that you can trust, right? We know blowouts are going to happen, but if we could keep them inside le diaper, that would be fantastic, okay? So Huggies Little Snugglers, they are up to 100% leak-proof with blowout protection in the front and back. That's important, okay?
front and back. We don't know which side this is going to come out of, on sizes 1 or 2. So you can feel confident relying on them for your little ones. Huggies Little Snugglers, now with blowout protection in every direction. Sizes 1 to 2, Huggies, we got you, baby.
But my parents moved to Atlanta originally from Brazil on a job opportunity.
Okay.
We lived with my grandparents.
Okay.
And so then fast forward, I grew up in Atlanta, moved to Nashville at 21 to open my business with my sister and my mom.
Okay.
And there in Atlanta, I was waxing as well.
Okay.
And so were they. So we're like, why not do our own thing?
Yeah,
Like,
why not have our own
make our
thing?
own money?
Yeah.
And so we moved to Nashville randomly. My sister came here on a vacation and was like, oh my God, Nashville's so cute. We should open a shop
In what
here."
year?
2016.
Oh my God, I moved in 2015. You're from here, right?
No.
From Kentucky.
Kentucky, that's right, but close to,
Yeah, like an hour away.
right. That was the year, I feel like you and I, it's like such a flex because people were not coming to Nashville
No.
then, being like, what a fun place to move. And when I was telling people in 2015, and honestly, it was very end of 2015, that I was moving to Nashville, they're like, for what? It was like, now people are like, Nashville, but
Now
at the
you
time,
get it, you know?
people didn't
But
get it.
No. And honestly, I didn't know anything about this place. And at the time, I was with someone else. Sorry. I was in a relationship. You
We'll
know?
cut that part. We'll cut that part.
Cut that shit out. But we moved here, and I hate talking about it, but I was married to a different person at a time. And when we moved here, he didn't want to. He was like, oh, Nashville's not it. Like, why are we going to Nashville? Compared
Period,
to Atlanta.
divorce.
I know, that's why I divorced your ass.
And that's why we're here.
That's why I'm married to this fun little thing. But fast forward, we open our business, and it's in the waxing fun
Space.
time.
Yeah.
And we opened our first location in Franklin. And since that, it took off because Nashville took off. It was just fast.
Why is waxing like of the Brazilian elk? Like, what's the history behind that? Like, obviously Brazilian means hairless.
Yeah, but
Do y'all exist hairless, or
Brazilians
y'all
are
hairy?
hairless.
And so
I don't know. So the funny
Girl,
thing
you're
is,
hairless.
Brazilians claimed this fetish everyone has on them, that they're like these naked women and they're just like no hair and they're free spirit. And I think we capitalize on it. Because to be very honest, Brazilians, like, it's very common that you don't shave the top of your legs.
yeah,
You
that's
know?
very European. You know,
Yeah.
I don't shave the top of my legs anymore, and Taylor's always like, "Bitch, shave your fucking legs." But I'm like, no. James is always like, "Stop shaving the top of your legs." I'm not like doing what a man tells me, but if he's telling me like he likes it better, and it's one less fucking thing I gotta shave,
Absolutely.
I'm down. Plus, it's literally the finest baby blonde hair.
Exactly.
but it's
So
very European to
it's
not shave
weird.
the top.
It was weird to me when like Brazilians were known to be this. And don't get me wrong, my people and I are naked. We love like
Yeah.
being,
Free.
free, but hair wasn't like a thing. Like I know my mom like wax versus shaving because that was just
Right.
what you did.
Is that more common in Brazil?
100%.
No one shaves. Everyone
No one
waxes.
shaves. Like when I
hard
I
bitches.
literally started shaving my legs when I moved to America. So like it wasn't like a common thing to see. So I think maybe it's because that's the number one thing we do there.
Maybe that's it. Maybe isn't it common to, if you continuously wax over and over and over, you do just have less hair. So maybe people
100%.
view you as having less hair because you guys wax versus shave.
Yeah, if like I were to do my upper lip when I was like 13,
Right.
My mom wasn't telling me just get a razor and shave it.
Right.
We're gonna go to a wax studio
Yeah.
and that was gonna get done.
Isn't that one of the most painful things to wax? Like
Bitch.
more than your like vagina
I tell
because
that
of the
to all of
For
my
sure
nerve
not.
endings.
Are you crazy?
For
Upper lip-
sure the fuck not. Oh my
I
God.
sometimes wax her, and I'm telling you, it's the worst experience. She
absolutely
is such
not.
a baby.
Oh
You
my
could wax
gosh.
my whole face off before my cooch. It's insane.
It's, I've told you my trauma, Larissa, right? It did
No,
not
what?
happen at one of your studios.
Tell me about it.
I gotta wax. The podcast is a story. I'll wrap it up, guys. But it's honestly been, I think, years since I've told it. It's been a long time. I was going, I was with someone else at the time. Sorry.
Yeah,
Boo. No, shouts out. He's a great guy. I'm pretty sure all of these mic cords are his. And anyways, it was his birthday trip to somewhere in Mexico, I think, and Puerto Vallarta. And I was like, you know what? I'm finna get this coochie wax. Like, I'm gonna go
got
full
you.
on Brazilian. Like, I think I had like one before, and I remember it being horrible, but like it did not last that long. And I know like I just won't get a Brazilian. If I get waxing, I'll just do bikini because like that part is manageable. It is like it's when the wax pours into like your vagina and you're just like, this has to come out now. Holy fuck. Anyways, I decided I'm going to be a brave girl, and I go get a Brazilian, and the girl was super cool. She was super nice, and she waxes my, like, the sweet spot, the part that hurts the worst, right on the middle, in between the lips, the clit, and she goes to pull it, and it goes, and I was like, and me being me, I tell her, I'm so sorry. Kill me, like, why am I apologizing?
Why are you sorry?
I'm so sorry. And she's like, oh, you're good. And she does it one more or two times, and it finally comes off, and I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. And anyways, it was fine. It was done. It was over. I get in the car. I'm like, something ain't right.
Yeah.
It's not like
My girl's down.
It was stinging last time, burning for sure, but like something is like really hurting. And so I'm like driving, and I'm stopping at a red light. Like, think about stopping at a red light. You're not like slamming on brakes. I'm stopping at a red light, and I'm like, I'm like,
shit.
oh no.
She fucked your
I
shit
get
up.
home, and I look, and there's like, she has like burst like blood vessels in my clit, and she has like bruised. It is my whole clit is like bruised and like not bloody, like physically bloody, but like blood bursted vessels or something.
Jesus
I call
Christ.
because like I'm also just concerned, and this is before ChatGPT. Now I would just call my dear friend ChatGPT.
100%. And he'll tell you what to do.
And said I called. They're like, we're so sorry. And then of course the lady did remember that it like got yanked, and she was
No,
just
she
like a piece
remembers
of-
you till this day.
No, it's
She'll
literally
never forget.
like one of those little hands that you slap against the wall and you yank it back. Like, that was my clit. It was literally like a piece of bubble gum. Like, it was so
my
Yeah,
God.
she remembers you till this day. trust me.
And they're like, we are so sorry that happened. And yes, you most likely we just like bruised your clit, and we are happy to offer you a free Brazilian. I was like, bitch, I'm never coming back here. Okay, I'm at the point of pregnancy where I'm weirdly starting to not want as much caffeine, which is so unlike me. And also, I kind of am like lying here and there. It's probably 50-50. I wake up some days and I'm like craving caffeine. And then other days, I'm like, I need to put this down a little bit. Maybe it's because she's just started moving so much. But regardless, I love having the option of getting benefits while still drinking my coffee without the jitters or the caffeine. And that is where Live Conscious comes in, okay? They have something called Beyond Brew that I just love. Now, at Live Conscious, their mission is like they're going to create simple, effective wellness solutions, and it's going to elevate your everyday life. And that is definitely what we do with Beyond Brew. So it's packed with 6 powerful mushrooms like lion's mane, reishi, and every fiber, like in every single serving. Beyond Brew is going to be designed to support gut health and immunity. Immunity is so important to me. Like, it should be illegal to get sick in your 3rd trimester of pregnancy. So I need my immunity to be lit, okay? But it's also going to be delivering that calm, focused energy without the crash. That's what those mushrooms are going to do, which is fantastic. You're not going to get those caffeine jitters, but you still get your caffeine fix. So here's the cool part, and this is what I've kind of been doing when I'm on my 50-50 journey of sometimes I want the caffeine. I just need like regular schmegular coffee, but I still want the benefits of the Beyond Brew. You can add it to your coffee, okay? Or you can drink it on its own and it's be like your own coffee. So Beyond Brew offers more than just your caffeine fix. They've got so many great flavors, by the way, you guys, like vanilla latte, caramel macchiato. The caramel one's definitely my favorite. I've just got such a sweet tooth right now and I love it. So you can treat your taste buds and say goodbye to all those caffeine jitters. Live Conscious, by the way, has sold over 400,000 jars of Beyond Brew. So like, this is the good stuff, okay? You know it is. So if you guys want to try this out, Beyond Brew at Live Conscious, it is amazing. I love it. Like I said, adding it to my coffee itself or just drinking it alone, it's fantastic. But regardless, visit liveconscious.com today and make the switch to a smarter sip with Beyond Brew. Use code PROBABLY to receive 15% off. But anyways, it was so bad. It lasted a full week of like recovery, having to like, I'm like blushing, honestly. Like I talk about literally everything on this podcast, but I'm like, why is me saying that my clit got bruised so embarrassing? But like, and probably the bubblegum reference. But I seriously, like I went to Mexico, by the way, being like, happy birthday.
Don't touch down there.
Fucking look at me, bro.
Don't even
Like
look down there.
There's nothing I could do. And it was so painful. That's my waxing trauma.
His birthday gift was just like a little pair of underwear. It says out of order.
Yeah, literally.
No.
Honestly, she remembers you forever because I remember things that I have done 10 years ago.
Right.
And it's just like, fuck, how did I fuck that up? And it can happen, poor
Of course. The girl was, I'm sure she waxes people all the time. I have another question that I've really been struggling with trying to decide if I want to ask. So I found myself in a dark place on TikTok. Ooh. And I know it was because I watched one. And my algorithm's like, she loves this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't.
Feeding you a bunch.
I don't like it. But it was this waxer, and then I started getting like all these waxers, and it was because I was so like, there's no fucking way. It was this waxer who was like, I need to come on here and we need to talk about waxing etiquette and hygiene and cleanliness as when you girls come in to get waxed. She's like, we know our job, we know our place, we be waxing your booty holes, your vaginas, nothing can bother us, nothing can freak us out. Like, you know, at the end of the day, vaginas are vaginas. Like, she's like, you girls that come in and are like, I'm sorry, like if there's like a, you know, off smell or something, she's like, it's a vagina. Like, we're used to pHs being here, there, everywhere, whatever, you know, periods. She's like, things are things, it's fine. She tells a story, and I'm really sorry. Like, if you're squeamish, you need to fast forward times a minute really quick, or 30 seconds. But she tells a story. She's like, this girl came in. She was like, when you come in, and she was like, I waxed her, and she was like, as I pulled it off, like basically like a ton of semen fell out of her. And
I love how you use
I was like,
most polite way to say that.
I'm like, come, jizz. And I'm like, semen. A ton of semen like fell out of her. And she was like, the girl just laughed and was like, girl, me and my husband just fucked or something like that. And she was like, it was just so foul, so gross. And she was like, and it's like my workplace and it's my space. And she was like, you just like, there's a level of like respect for your waxer. Just like wild shit like that happen
all the time. That has happened to me.
No.
Like 100%.
No.
I've told you this story. Like, I've been in the room and she's a regular. So I've been seeing her.
Yeah.
And she goes, girl, also just so you know, I did have sex this morning, but like I did pee after. And of course, the moment I pulled the labia strip, everything comes off. And I'm just like, no. And at that point, I'm like, I don't get paid for this.
No, literally.
I do not get, like, because now what am I supposed to do? Give you a wipe and give you a
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't. And the thing
Kiss
is,
your forehead.
It's not even like, and we're not being dramatic. The wax doesn't stick to it because it's moist.
Oh, because it's like, no. And
it's moist. So the wax cannot stick to it.
It's like
oily
gooey.
too. It's like, it's got some consistency to it that.
I don't know much about cum because I'm gay. But,
I'm like, it's got this thing to it.
Yeah, you're like unfamiliar.
Listen, I'm not interested in it either. Like, having to get pregnant was the worst time of my literal life. And I seriously was like, fuck this literal shit. Like, I am so over it.
Yeah, no. I can't but like waxing, I feel like I have so many horror stories that like happen and just people are unaware. I don't know what it is if like you're not being taught this as a kid.
I was gonna say, I think it comes to upbringing. Like, I really just do think you're either raised hygienic or not, or you choose to be hygienic or not.
And it'll be girls with like their hair wet, so I know you just showered, but down there will be like a crust of cheese.
No,
I'm telling you the truth. Nothing but cheese. And it's like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me because I'm like,
and what are you getting waxed for? That's like, the hair is the least of our problems now.
That's what I'm saying. Now I'm here, and I can't say, hey, you know, wipe, because we offer that. The first thing we do, I can't. It's just such a fine line. Of what,
do they say no? Do you say, why don't you say like, we prefer all of our clients to go ahead and give a good wipe?
We do, girl. But no, not everybody listens to it. So like our front desk, they're like, all right, go ahead and get undressed from the Jesus Christ. Go ahead and get undressed from the waist down. Here are some wipes. Go ahead and use that before she comes in. So it's not like we're not telling you what to do, but people just don't care.
There's a wax studio that's like really close by, and like the way that I will be like, okay, I've got 4 minutes. My vagina has to be so perfect before I get there. Not a minute longer, because like, what if I even just got a little balmy? Like, what if I even just sweat a little bit?
I do like the whore shower. I'm in the sink. When I used to work a full shift and I had to wax.
And she waxes herself.
Yeah.
You wax yourself?
And 100%.
But I'm funny like that. I went to the chiropractor the other day and I thought, oh my God, I feel like my armpits smell. And I went into their bathroom and got soap and paper towels and like wiped my armpits, because I was like, what if she lifts my arm? She didn't, by the way. The chiropractor works on your back, not your armpits. Like, but I was just like so
self-conscious
worried about
it has to
ruining
be an upbringing.
her time.
Well, that's just like common decency. I could never be me because I have such a weak stomach.
Same.
I would gag right in their face. I would throw up. I would literally have to leave the
a
building.
Girl one time hit on me and her booty hole was dirty.
No.
So girl, you got bigger problems. Don't try to hit on me
with your dirty
and
ass.
I see what I'm going to work with. I'm like, oh, sweetie.
That is bold.
Hitting on your wax girl.
It's crazy.
I mean, that's crazy work. Like, you can't, that's like hitting on your doctor that's performing your boob job or something. Your gynecologist. That's like hitting on your gyno.
That is
like,
so weird.
Just,
it's inappropriate.
I'm not into it. And like added me on Instagram, DM'd me. And I had to put a note. obviously, thank God I'm the owner, so I put a note. Larissa is unavailable for this particular person.
Literally. Oh my God, that's so strange.
And no shame. I'm not shaming people. Like, I get it. People don't have the same upbringing as me. Like, if you're dirty, you're dirty. You know, but
no, but we could shame people like hitting on your girl that's like giving you a Brazilian. Like, that is just inappropriate. Also, why would you want to date someone that's already seen everything? Where's the mystery?
No. And then what is your fantasy here?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's so true.
What, am I supposed to like do something weird to you right now?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a happy ending vibe. What are you thinking?
Yeah. No, that's
I'm like
really
offended.
weird.
Like, who do you think I am?
Yeah. What are you, me, a whore?
Who do you think I am?
Bachelor Nation fans have been anxiously awaiting the highly anticipated season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise. And the beach is finally back open, baby. Jesse Palmer is going to be returning as your beloved host and everyone's favorite bartender, Wells Adams. You guys know the deal. He's from Nashville. Love to see it. He is back up to mix up some cocktails and dole out advice. And also joining their staff this season is former Bachelorette Hannah Brown, also a Nashvilleian. We love that. So she's going to be making her debut as the head of Paradise Relations, where she will help plan special experiences for our romantic hopefuls. Now, they're going to be shaking things up even more as their young singles are joined by, ready for this, the Golden Bachelor and Bachelorette alumni. They're going to be crashing that beach, baby. And that's right. Both Bold and Gold singles will shoot their shot at love this season. And it's all taking place in a brand new tropical oasis, Costa Rica. Now, with new compatibility challenges along the way that are certain to test even the strongest of connections, this season proves that only those willing to pay the price will find true love in paradise. But even with all the new elements at play, audiences are sure to find comfort in what they always know and love with The Bachelor, the returning of exciting fan favorites, steamy romances, and, of course, explosive drama. Because finding love in the sun always comes with a little shade. So catch new episodes of The Bachelor in Paradise Mondays, 8, 7 Central on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
And then how did you guys meet?
We met in a snowstorm here in Nashville. Like,
what was the year?
Was it
29?
Why am I so
2020?
fixated on the years?
Yeah.
What year was it?
I think it was 2020 because
It was 2021. It was 2021 and it was like February time. And it was like Nashville shut down for a week.
Yeah.
It was a bad one.
Wait, I'm being really annoying. I'm like, I know the storm.
Yeah.
No, I know. I remember I moved here in 2015 and I remember the 2021 snowstorm. I remember any time that the city shuts down because, like, to me, so much at that point in my life, so much fun. You know, like now I'd be like, I've got things to do, places to go. I'm with child. This is ridiculous. But at the time when you're just like floating through life, like me and Anna Grace were like let's get fucking hammered. Like, I mean, it was just so much fun.
That's exactly what happened. We had a mutual friend and she got stuck.
I was supposed to be going to LA for work. I was supposed to be there for like 2 weeks. I had like all these photo shoots lined up. And I stayed the night in Nashville for one night trying to get to the airport the next day. And literally it was like fine. The next morning I woke up.
The flights were closed. Yeah.
Gone. I mean, and they pushed my flight for 5 days back to back to back. And I was stuck at a guy's house that I was only supposed to be there for that one night, if you know what I mean. And I wanted to absolutely kill myself. I was like, I think I should walk in the snow.
I think I should. Do you know that I got stuck at a guy's house after like not a one night stand, but like we were definitely just totally very, very much hookup vibes. But I was obsessed with him, like in love with him. And I got stuck there in snow, not the 2021 one, but it was still like 2 days. And I was milking the fuck out of it. I was like, ooh, roads are too dangerous. I probably can't leave. And he was probably like, get the fuck out of my house. He's like, wow, we really only have bananas left. I was like, I don't even eat that much. I'm so small. Like, I was obsessed with being stuck there. It was like the exact opposite.
Oh my God. I was ready to like, I don't even know what, claw my eyes out. He was in like an apartment out in the middle of nowhere. I was like not near anything.
No.
And my only friend that lived in Nashville had COVID. And so I was like, I can't go to her house. All my family's in Kentucky. No one can even drive on the highway.
Yeah.
And this girl that we knew posted on her story that she was like, if anyone needs help in the snow, I have 4-wheel drive. And I said,
I need help.
Big me.
Big me. Big me.
And we had only met like one time. I took her pictures. We'd like never talked again.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I was just like, I need help immediately. I stayed at her house. He dropped me off at her house and got stuck in the ditch. And I had to push his car out.
He said, I'll just stay here with you guys.
Yeah. He's like, actually, let's all be together.
No, his car slid off of the snow into this big ass hill and I had to physically push it out. And I was just like, what torture is this? And then I told her, I was like, I need to like go out. I don't even drink. I need to like go drink. I need to drink something. And then she was like, oh, we'll pick up my best friend and like go to this, you know, club or whatever it was.
It was Flamingo. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, you know Flamingo.
Of course.
And then ended up on her doorstep and met her, and I was like,
You were the best friend.
I was the friend.
Who's the friend of y'all's? Who was your best friend?
not
Low-key
friends
not
anymore.
friends with her anymore.
Oh, that's okay. We don't have to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys meet and instant love connection, or you're just like,
Girl, we went to town that night.
oh, she said, it's you and me.
Yeah.
TMI,
forever.
sorry. But we were making out at the bar, and she looked at this like random group of people standing next to us, and she was like, I'm gonna marry her.
No, and the best part, this is
Period.
all on video, because then we have a friend there. So like there's
wanna
everything is
see.
on like
I'll show you.
I don't have the video of me saying I'll marry you, which makes me so mad, but I have a video of like our first makeout.
I thought there was a story that you told me in New York one time. There's a part of the story where you're like, I'm not like, whatever I do, I can't kiss her. What was it? Like, if I kiss her, I'll never kiss anyone else again. There's some element where you were like, I was trying not to.
I'm trying to remember. I remember we sat next to each other like at the bar, and she sat down and I sat down next to her, and she was like, you literally like sat on my lap. But I don't remember that. I remember just
Okay.
like sitting down next to her, and she like turned and looked the other way, and then she like looked back at me and she was like, can I kiss you? And I was like,
You know.
Yeah.
You know consent.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
With summer in full swing, I am feeling that familiar urge, you know, the one, you got the itch to refresh your closet. You're like, I need new things. But listen, I'm trying to not waste money on pieces that I'm only going to wear once. We don't do that anymore. No more fast fashion, Shannon, for just one season, etc. Like, no, we got to invest in quality pieces. And that's where Quince comes in. So their clothes are timeless, but they feel luxurious. They look elevated, and the quality is way beyond what you would expect for the price. It is not fast fashion, let me tell you. It is the kind of wardrobe upgrade that just clicks. So think 100% European linen tops, okay? Like bougie, but starting at $30, okay? Washable silk dresses and skirts, soft cotton sweaters. They have so many things, you guys, really giving you that European summer feel. Versatile warm weather pieces that you're going to reach for again and again because they're just classics, okay? And here's how they do this. So the best part is Quince is half the cost of similar brands. And if you're wondering how the heck can they do that with keeping the quality so wonderful, it's because they work directly with top artisans and they cut out the middleman, all right? So Quince gives you luxury without the markup. We love to see that. I have gotten Quince so many gifts for people at this point. It is truly my go-to because when you read the tag and you see 100% linen or 100% cotton or 100% leather, it's just quality and craftsmanship that you can't, deny when you see these materials. And I love that when I'm buying these gifts, I'm not breaking the bank, okay? And really, really most importantly to me, this kind of goes back to the fast fashion thing, is Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. So they are doing it the right way, okay? They really are. They have a lot of travel options as well. Like I got some really cool leather bags and a leather wash bag for my brother-in-law, but then of course, I'll be shopping for myself. I got James some amazing linen pieces for this summer. We're currently in Barbados, and when I tell you, we are literally using them like no tomorrow because nothing beats the feel of just 100% linen. So if you guys want to give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince, go to quince.com/probably for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/probably to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/probably.
But it's funny because I had never had that type of interaction with a woman ever.
Okay.
So she was like the first woman to ever like hit on me and
Maybe
ask
that's
me
what it was.
to kiss ever.
But there was a moment like 3 months in that she was panicking. That she's like, oh, we can't, like, this is too fast. Like, I am in love
Right.
with you already. And,
Right.
like, so there was a moment of you being like, I need to slow down.
Yes.
Or me and this girl.
Or we
will
have to get married.
Yeah.
This is me and my sister. This is my sister and her wife. They said I love you like the second.
Well, that's lesbians. For
I
you,
was
though.
gonna
Yeah.
say, what's the joke?
That's
What do
just
lesbians do
the
on a second
U-Hauls.
date? Go to
Literally
U-Haul?
U-Haul. That's what, yeah, we literally did that though. I mean, we were married probably 3 months, like not really, but like engaged 6 months after knowing
Oh yeah,
each
we
other.
got engaged 6 months
Okay,
after.
and when
That was
straight
long.
people do it, okay, like my sister and her wife have been married for 7 years now, so
I love
Yeah.
it. No, it works.
and they say I love you. I don't think I'm forgetting this wrong. I think they said I love you after their first date.
Yeah. Well, there's like a vulnerability with women that I feel like, and we also are two girls that know exactly what we want out of everything in life.
Definitely y'all's personality.
Yeah, like we're very dominant. We're very like, I know exactly what I need from X, Y, and Z. So when we met, we knew what we lacked previously, and then we knew what we were looking for. And I was like, oh, you, perfect.
Oh, it's literally perfect.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think if you had met someone that wasn't ticking all those boxes, I don't think you would have just been like, well, we're two girls, so we might as well just move in together.
No.
It takes meeting the right person.
100%.
At the right time.
I didn't even know I wanted to be with a woman. Like I had no idea.
I mean, neither of us did. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which is wild to think about because that's no shit. Our parents were like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Like this
what
is so
the
crazy.
fuck are y'all talking about?
And
We
I'm
were
like,
both in relationships with men for 10 years.
10 years.
Oh my
we had
gosh.
the same life, just in Kentucky, and then me and
No,
Atlanta.
you're each other in different fonts. That's what we love to say.
100%. It's
So,
like
like,
one
makes
American,
sense.
one Latina woman. Like that was.
Oh, that really is so. It's like the best story ever, and we love a moment where it's like, not me making it about me, but like we love an IRL moment. That's just
it
like
wasn't Barcelona, but it was, special. Our
no,
little-
that's cute as fuck. A snowstorm trapped in, like, got to get the fuck out of there. A friend of a friend brings you to a bar. Like that is literally a TV show.
I tell her, I'm like, we should have like a soap opera about it.
No, it's it's like
it's such a
feels
good
like a Hallmark
story.
very
episode.
movie-esque. Like the snowstorm of it all really amps up the.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Drama,
Yeah.
She had a flight to catch.
Yes.
So
Yes.
dramatic.
This Brazilian wax studio owner comes back to Nashville looking for love.
Well, and I swear when I saw her, she says that she didn't feel like the same feeling as me until later.
I'm gonna
'cause
say what I felt because she swears up and down she knows what I felt.
swear.
Bullshit.
But I'm someone who knows deeply if I'm gonna be in someone's life like the moment I meet them. I can tell like by our interactions. I'm like, oh, you're either gonna like serve a purpose and we won't talk, or it's gonna be like we are obsessed with each other. And I'm like such a ride or die person that I'm like, oh, we will be best friends until I die. And so whenever I met her, I was just like, oh, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel this like insane magnetic pull to you. And I know that you'll be very significant in my life.
So you were like almost probably thinking, because you weren't looking for love with a woman, you were like, this girl's going to somehow end up being like my best friend forever.
Well, it was almost like I knew it wasn't best friend because I was so attracted to her.
Right.
Like when I saw her, there had never been another woman that I saw that I felt like that attracted to.
Right.
And so
Tell me more about that.
yeah. So then when I saw her, I was just like, yeah, I mean, like I've said, like they don't make that in Kentucky. Like we don't see these. We've never
see your
seen
kind.
one of these.
No, and by the way, Larissa, facts. Like,
Yeah. Literally.
Shout out
I
mom
was
and
like,
dad.
what is this hot little thing?
True.
All mine immediately.
Mine.
Yeah.
And then what did you feel when you first saw her? We can wrap
She
it up on this gorgeous
yeah.
moment.
She swears I didn't feel that way. I just was in a different time in my life. I was looking forward to, like, I wanted to enjoy meeting someone for the first time sober. Like, I didn't want to be drinking.
Were you that night?
That night, girl, no, I was so drunk.
Oh.
So I told her, like, that next morning, I didn't know what the fuck happened. I'm like, damn, like, that girl is so beautiful. I don't want her to think I don't care. That I was
Right.
just like, oh, like, you want to kiss me and, like,
Right,
come
right.
home with me. It wasn't the vibe I wanted to give. But I remember the next day telling a friend about it, and she's like, so is that like your girlfriend now? And it's like, I don't know what that girl is, but
You're giving
she-
toxic male energy.
which is disgusting. That's what I meant. So I was trying to step away from that. And mind you, anyone that knew me then, I was not girl. I was like scheduling dates and canceling them. I was not that serious or out there sleeping around.
Right.
But I was tired of the meaningless dating. And
Yeah.
so I was worried that she got that impression.
She was
me.
so worried that she like offended me. I'm like, girl, what? Like,
I literally apologized
I don't even
to her,
care.
like the next day. And she's like, what? That
That's
was the
such a
best
green
night.
flag.
Yeah, see?
that's why we're in love.
But I knew I was going to marry you. I said it. Whatever.
Oh, I love it. Well, two people that don't realize that I put them in my tier 1 friendship group, and I'm probably tier 4 for them, but that's fine. I saw
shut
them
up.
and I knew they'd be in my lives forever. Okay. Larissa, Rachel, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This has been so fun for me. And oh my gosh, wait, one last thing we can say, because this podcast will come out after the photos do. We have my maternity shoot tomorrow. Wait, I'm shocked I didn't make that about me sooner. My maternity shoot is tomorrow. That you guys will you be there? Of course. Okay.
Please.
She's there for the vibes.
Yeah, I'm there for the vibe.
The music. Larissa's always one that's like, we gotta get some music on. Where's the music at?
Gotta set the vibes.
Anyways, we are doing a really fun 70s themed maternity shoot. It's going to be fire, and I can't wait.
It's going to be so good.
Anything
so
you
pumped.
see was all Larissa's. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was all
Not
you.
me. Not me.
It was all Rachel. Rachel, one thing about her, she gonna put a motherfucking mood board together, and you're gonna be like, that's insanely amazing. So I can't wait for that. And not to be that influencer bitch right now, but stay tuned. Stay fucking tuned. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Bye.